Hello and welcome to Engineering Research Methods and Postgraduate Studies, module ENG740. So video is just a brief introduction video for this module. My name is Dr. Shafiel Manir. I'm the program leader for this module, and it will be shared with Professor Alison McMillan. So if you don't know me by now, my name is Dr. Shafiel Manir. I am the MSc Engineering Program Leader, a Senior Lecturer in Aeronautical Engineering, and I'm also the Engineering Timetable Coordinator. If you are on campus, I am located in C13B, and I'm always on Microsoft Teams to be able to be contacted myself, and my email address is provided here if you wish to make an appointment. So as I said, this is just an introduction video to the module. So the module aim is to enable students to critically analyze major sources of knowledge relating to research, to develop further knowledge of research design, data collection and analysis. It also prepares the students to undertake research at postgraduate level, which is very important, and more will be explained on that later. So the students with critical awareness of the components of project management and its application in a variety of contexts, and to enable students to be able to write a research proposal and dissertation at postgraduate level. So the learning outcomes, which will be done from 2 assessments, is critically analyze the indicative and detective approach in research, discuss the advanced research problems, interpret and analyze the concepts of reliability and validity, identify the salient features of qualitative and quantitative data analysis, demonstrate a critical awareness of the overall process of planning and management of an independent research project and the ability to communicate these through writing and speaking, and demonstrate an in-depth understanding. So how will you learn this module? So as previous year, due to the COVID situation, this was conducted completely online. But however, with the active learning framework ALF through Glendale University, we're developing a more blended approach where there will be some online, on-campus and some student-driven work. So the on-campus sessions, it'll be more of a one-to-one session later on when it comes to doing your assessments. But most majority of the time, the lectures will be online and recorded for those who are probably in full-time employment or working shifts, where the sessions will be recorded and uploaded to Moodle and Microsoft Teams in order for you to catch up. So I know that we have got quite a few students who are in Germany, where they'll be conducting this module 100% online. So the study time will be made up of formal online lectures, tutorials and individual study. It's expected that all students will regularly access all the material that's provided. Detailed research tasks will be issued with problems and solutions, which will then form the foundations of your subsequent problem-based learning activities. There are some problems without tutorial instructions, which requires the students to explore, and the final familiarization with all that's been delivered within the actual module itself will equip you with the necessary skills to complete any of the research required within the assignment work. So we'll be using mainly 3 forms of teaching. We've got Microsoft Teams, Moodle and on-campus one-to-one. So what I'll do is quickly just show you the Microsoft Teams. So ENG740 Microsoft Teams is going to be our main platform for our virtual classroom. Now, yes, it's online. If you wish to come on to on campus, we've got the study area, the gallery and the library where past students actually logged in using their laptops and headsets in those facilities on campus to join the online sessions. But again, as I said, everything will be recorded and uploaded and saved onto Microsoft Teams as well as Moodle. Now, any sort of class notes you will find within the files documents with sessions 1 all the way to sessions 12 or 13, depending on the actual module. So as I said, Microsoft Teams is going to be used as our virtual classroom, and this is going to be the main point for any questions you may have. Assignment wise, please ignore the assessments on here. we will be using Moodle for any sort of assessments that's required. So in terms of Moodle, this is what the Moodle look like. If you don't have access to Moodle, please, as I won't be here for the first week, you need to do your enrollment and then you'll have access to ENG740. If you don't have access to ENG740, please email Dr. Yuri Vagapov or student administrations and they'll be able to give you access. So Microsoft Teams link and the code to join the Microsoft Teams is provided on Moodle. I recommend everybody to go through the module specification and module handbook. It's very important that the module handbook provides a little bit more detail in terms of how the module will be delivered. So as you can see here, it gives you all the session numbers, what's online, what's on campus, when the assessments will be released, and when are they to be submitted. And it just gives you a bit of an overall guidance on what's expected through a weekly basis schedule. So again, put this into your academic calendar, Outlook scheduler, and it just gives you a good idea of what to be expected. So again, going through Moodle itself, you will have assessment and feedback. So again, here you will see the submission points are already been uploaded for assessments, but the assessments are not put up online yet. They will be put up online very soon with a lot more detail provided for those assessments. Going down again, so it's always good for students to give their feedback regarding the module. So after the first 2 or 3 weeks, there's going to be a early module feedback, and this is your time to provide your criticism. Is the module being delivered good? Is there anything that can be improved? Is there anything that's bad? Again, this is your time to give us a bit of an overview of your experience, and this helps us to develop the module better for the oncoming following students as well. So going down, we've got the engineering research methods for postgraduate students. So all of this module is for our full-time students and also our second-year part-time students. And I know that we've got some students who are doing the advanced practice. This also includes students, our Tier 4 students who are doing the advanced practice routes and the MSc Unmanned Aircraft System Technology. Again, here details provided for myself and Professor Alison McMillan. And as you can see here, these sessions will be populated and the learning material will be uploaded here, as well as Microsoft Teams as well. So again, just be aware, keep your eyes on the Moodle site to see if there's been anything being uploaded or amended. And as you can see, once you click on these, there will be material provided underneath. So at the moment it's clear, I'm still uploading, but you'll see as it goes week by week, there'll be material uploaded. So on the on-campus one-to-one sessions, as you know, it will be done once the research proposal has been started. So once assignment 1 has been submitted, we'll be working on assignment 2, and this is where I will be available on a one-to-one basis on campus, either meeting in the study or the gallery or in the library, where you can show me your work, what you've done so far, for me to give you some iterative feedback on your assessment. Now, obviously this is on campus. For those who are doing this completely online, that's not a problem at all. All you can do is just make an appointment online, and we can do this virtually on Microsoft Teams on a one-to-one basis. So again, module delivery, this just indicating when we have online directed study weeks, which is some people call it half term, where there will be no online teaching, but there will be some online support where you'll be doing indicative study on your assignment 1. And as you can see, we've got the submission of assessment 1 on the 16th of the 12th. And this was from feedback from previous students, where previously all assessments were conducted at the last of January, but this year we decided to stagger the assessments for all modules on the MSc which gives you a bit of a breather on the submission points. Now, also on Microsoft Teams, you will see in the files, class notes session 1, there's an Excel file. And this Excel file is very important because what it does is it allows me to capture all the information for all our students. And this way, it provides me an overall view of who we have. And as we have some optional modules on the MSc program, this allows me to identify which students has optionals and which options they've taken. So again, if you can just fill in your student name, student email address, which program you are studying, are you full-time, part-time year 1 or part-time year 2? So again, if you're part-time year 1, you won't have access to this, but this is something that I will fill in on another module. Online or on campus. So for example, the German students, you're doing this completely online, so you'll mention it's online. And for those who are available to come on campus, please put on campus on here as well. So if you're either living in Wrexham or if you're in the vicinity of Wrexham by living in North Wales, but you can come onto campus, because we do have one module, ENG741, which is delivered on campus for anyone who can make it. And specifically for the Tier 4 students, we will have a new intake. It's very important for me to understand who is doing the advanced practice route. So just yes or no, that if you're doing the advanced practice route or not. So how will we be assessed on this module? So there's 2 assessments. We've got coursework 1, which looks at qualitative and quantitative data analysis. Now this year, we're doing something completely different, and I believe it is going to be very, very good for yourself and also very good for the university, where you'll be expected to write a research review paper, which will then be published in the Commando annual research publication event, the seminar, which Alison Macmillan will explain to you, and this is for January. So the research review paper is on a subject-specific basis. So depending on your program of study, you will select a certain subject or a project, and you will analyze this project and write a review paper, looking at it from a qualitative and a quantitative approach. All the papers then will be compiled into one publication, and then this will be made available online as well as internally to the university. Now, coursework 2 is basically your research proposal. And this is very important because the research proposal is ideally for your master's research project. And again, a lot more detail will go into this, how to write the research proposal in a specific way and a manner that allows you to critically analyze the project itself and look at all the pros and cons in a qualitative and quantitative approach in order to conduct your research. So the assessment feedback, usually once you submit an assessment on the deadline, you have around 3 weeks. After that, you will get some feedback. Now those 3 weeks are working weeks, so if it falls over a annual holiday, this is not included, so it's 3 working weeks. How you can give views, so a class representative will be chosen on the MSc provisions, and you can discuss your views with your student representative, who can then raise those views during the student voice forum meetings. You can either go on to Glinfo, and I believe we have a new platform where you can raise your concerns. You can also speak to your module tutors, but fundamentally you can also comment and give your views on the student evaluation module as shown on Moodle. All assessment feedback briefs and feedback sheets are provided on Moodle once they're uploaded, and there'll be sessions going through those assessment briefs in detail, and again they will be recorded for those who cannot unfortunately meet the class. So there are some key resources, so textbooks, following recommendations for additional reading. These are available on our library as well as online sources. But however, there will be more detail provided within the actual lectures as well, with links, so such as Science Direct, Google Scholar, where you can find really good peer-reviewed publication. So that's it for the introduction of this module. I hope everyone fully understands what's expected. What I would definitely say now is, go through Moodle, familiarize yourself with Moodle, familiarize yourself with Microsoft Teams. If you have any issues with getting access to any of those, either email Dr. Yuri Vagapov, contact the student administration. If you've got issues with Microsoft Teams, you can send a message to Alison McMillan, who has full rights to the Microsoft Teams channel, so she can sort all that out. So wishing everyone very good luck for this module, and I hope to see you very soon.